BROUSSARD. I'm the Director of Construction for People Self-Help Housing. Our department is the general contractor for our company. We're responsible for building the multifamily housing. That entails a lot of different moving pieces. We interact with a tremendous number of other individuals throughout the company. Our department is responsible for all aspects of construction, not just the physical building of the job site, but everything from the first time we identify a site to closeout. So we are continuously engaging with other departments, working as a team to come up with the best possible outcomes for any given particular site.
Here in the construction department, we work with MHD and the architect and the architect's consultants to generate a project that is affordable and efficient for the owners and for the tenants.
Ideally, I'll get a phone call from MHD when they've identified a piece of property that they're considering obtaining, and get to visit the site, inspect it for constructability, what's it going to involve, how easy is it going to be, how complicated is it going to be, how many units will it support. From then on, it gets to an architect, work with the architect in making sure that the architect is going to be designing something that complies, of course, with the California Building Code, but also with people's own particular design standards.
We schedule those projects. I then, take the lead on bidding all those projects out to all the various subcontractors, making sure we get proper scopes and complete pricing back, and then work with our accounting department to cut contracts.
We're responsible for contracting all of the subcontractors. We monitor their insurance to make sure they're in compliance with our requirements. We take care of all of their billing, make sure that they get paid, and we monitor prevailing wage if it calls for it, depending on our funding.
And once the project is underway, I help support the superintendents by handling RFIs or change orders and coming out on a regular basis to see the work on site and make sure it's getting done right and our subcontractors are doing what they bid to do.
We prepare it for the field to where hopefully when the superintendents receive the project, everything is constructible and budgeted and ready for them to schedule and execute the work. And in the end, we have a good, high quality, efficient building that provides a long-term use for everyone to enjoy.
This project is all single-story residential, basically 40 units over 2.5 acres. It's for senior citizens. Basically, everything about a senior citizens project anymore has to deal with ADA access. So wider doors, grab bars, counter heights, sidewalks, everything has to be thought about when you think about ADA, and primarily because the older people start losing mobility in other parts, so they quit working basically. One of the activities we got going behind us, and it's also a new thing in the construction, relatively new in the construction business, is to store all of the water from rain events and whatnot on your site. You can no longer put it into a storm drain and eventually go out to the ocean. They're trying to refill the aquifers, the underground aquifers, and so this is called pervious concrete. It lets the rain go into the rocks, and the rock acts as a storage tank until it will slowly perk back down into the soil and into the water aquifers.
The units are 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom. On site here, we make sure the subs are showing up, we inspect their work daily, update our schedules weekly, and try to progress and stay ahead of everything that's going on by maintaining the quality of the project.
And we make sure that all of our subcontractors are paid timely, which is 30 days from the date of invoice. Very happy that we're able to do that with our subcontractors, and we develop very good working relationships with them.
So we maintain our quality with submittal packages that each sub goes through first. That's derived from spec book and the plans. And then in the field we field verify daily and write on Procore or any other tools that we have to make sure that the quality's up, and if any imperfections are happening, they're taken care of right away by ourselves.
We use Procore, which I really like. It's a very comprehensive software for management of construction. Our budget's in there, our plans are in there, our bids are in there, our RFIs, all the various documents that go to build a project like we build.
Everything has to go through a submittal process to ensure, first off, that you get the right product on site, and so you don't have to send things back. And that's probably one of the biggest things you can do about quality control, is make sure they're submitting the right product to begin with. That is the most important thing, in my opinion, because if you don't have the right products, it just leads to disaster. Once you arrive on site, basically you're checking for damage before it gets installed, and once it is installed, you're trying to keep other trades from damaging things. And so critical path is very important. Make sure that, it's just the products come when you need them, and they're not sitting on the job site somewhere where they can be damaged before you put them in. Is another aspect of quality control. Critical path is one of the main tools I use for scheduling purposes, meaning critical path that something has to be done before another phase of the project can start. I was taught a long time ago that you can't have the framer start before there's a foundation. It's extremely important when building a schedule and following that schedule.
We have approximately anywhere from 30 to, probably 30 subs that we work with. One of the big components of what I do is coordinating them, making sure that they're here on the right days, out of each other's way, working together. And I don't coordinate two subs that are trying to work in the same area at the same time.
Really strive to build a good quality project, and that starts with document control and making sure that we're implementing what the designers designed for us on our plans and in our specifications. Coming down on site and making sure that we're meeting with the subcontractors every week, making sure that they're all working and playing nice in the sandbox, so to speak, together.
Mostly it's like herding cats, if they could drive pickup trucks and operate power tools.
There's a lot to our projects, and there's a lot of people that need to be involved, and I'm just happy to be one part of that and making sure that we get these built correctly for our tenants.
On the rehabs, of course, we have to work on the actual apartment, so the tenants need to be relocated for a period of time, which is a hardship, and we understand that. So we try to organize the projects in such a way that we minimize that. One of the requirements we have to do is to upgrade the amount of fully accessible units to a certain degree, which is typically 10% for TCAT regulations. And we also improve the path of travel, so we make it easier for folks with disabilities that live on these campuses to come back and have access to their mail, the offices, laundry, and they're actually to their apartments, parking as well. So those are very important aspects of what we do on these rehabs. Basically, creating improvements to the properties that will help them get through the next 15 years when they become eligible again for additional funds to do improvements. So this keeps us going because our commitment to these properties is 55 years once we own them, and a lot of them have major problems. Also, we try to make improvements to maximize the energy efficiency of the units so they're actually more comfortable and better living spaces for the tenants.
We do that by controlling how the building is built as far as the envelope or the exterior, and making sure that it's insulated well and it's maximized there. And then we also provide very efficient heating and cooling equipment. Another way is that all the water fixtures and everything that could go into the plumbing system is designed to get maximum efficiency for the tenant to lower their water bills. We're designing the buildings with as much solar as possible to reduce the electrical bill for the tenants.
Now we're building a new office for the company, 24,000 square foot office, which will accommodate all of our San Luis Obispo based staff in one building again. We've grown enough over the years that we ran out of space in It expanded into several rentals, so we're getting everybody back together. It's really exciting. So the building itself, we're building it, it's right across from San Luis Obispo Airport, 227. It's a 24,000 square foot, 2-story wood frame building. It's got a lot of green features. It's got enough solar panels to provide 80% of its own electricity. It's got low water use fixtures. It'll be a modern looking building with stucco and metal and glass exterior. So safety is a big issue on any job site. We as a general contractor are responsible for the overall safety, and then the subcontractors are each is responsible for the safety of their own crew. So we have a joint responsibility for the safety of everyone on site. My responsibility in particular is really making sure that what one sub does isn't endangering another sub, and also observing, noting any obvious safety issues and notifying the sub, and then if absolutely necessary, taking any sort of disciplinary action.
Very happy to have landed here at Peoples. Really like the people we serve and the community we serve. It's also the community I live in and the projects that we get to build.
Thanks for participating and hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little bit more about what we do and how we go about doing it.